Hello dear students, I am Sahana Prasad from Department of Commerce, Gopal Swami PU College, Mysore. In today's session, let's continue with chapter 6, that is trial balance and rectification of errors. This is session 6. In previous sessions, we did a few problems based on rectification of errors. In this session also, let's do another 2 problems. Now, let me read out the problem for you. Rectify the following errors assuming that there is suspense account. In a theory class, I explained the meaning of suspense account. Suspense account is a temporary account which is opened when there is a difference in trial balance. See, trial balance, it has to tally. If trial balance tallies, it means that the accounts what we have posted from journal to ledger and the various accounts which we have drawn from ledger and what we have written in trial balance, if it tallies, it means that it is correct. If trial balance do not tally, it means that there are some errors. We prepare a suspense account when there is a difference in trial balance. We write the difference amount in suspense account temporarily. So in this problem, there is a suspense account. First one is sales return book overcast by rupees 1000. Second one, purchases book was undercast by rupees 600. Third one, goods returned to Ram rupees 1000 were recorded in sales book. Fourth one, salary paid rupees 2000 was debited to employee's personal account. Fifth one, rent paid to landlord rupees 2000 was debited to landlord's account. So this is the problem. Now let us try to analyze each transaction and let us try to rectify the errors by writing journal entries. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit, credit. Now let us try to analyze the first transaction. First one is sales return book overcast by rupees 1000. Sales return, when we pass the journal entry, sales return always shows debit balance. We write it in debit side whenever sales return happens. But here sales return book, it is overcast by rupees 1000. 1000 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಎರರ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇವಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ there is suspense account. So now to rectify this error, the journal entry would be suspense account debit to sales return account. See, in this problem they have clearly given that there is suspense account. We have returned the difference amount in suspense account. So that is why to rectify this error, now the journal entry would be suspense account debit to sales return account. The amount is 1000. In this problem they have clearly given that there is a suspense account. Sales return book overcast ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರರ್ನ ನಾವು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಇವಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್, ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ 1000 by rupees 1000. Now rectified. So this is the first transaction. Second is purchases book was undercast by rupees 600. Purchases book ಅಲ್ಲಿ 600 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಎರರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಅದೇನೇ ಅಂಡರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಡೆಬಿಟಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಎರರ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಟು ರಿಟೈನ್ the nature of account as it is, in debit side only we have to retain and in credit side we have to write suspense account. So the journal entry to rectify this error the rectified journal entry would be purchases account debit to suspense account. Purchases account debit to suspense account. Amount is 600. Here you have to write the narration. Purchases book undercast by rupees 600 now rectified. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯಿತು, ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಓವರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡೆಬಿಟನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. Next one is goods returned to Ram rupees 1000 were recorded in sales book. Here goods returned means purchase return. Purchase returned to Ram. So they have returned goods to Ram. He is a supplier and rupees 1000. Instead of recording this in purchase return, they have recorded it in sales book. Purchase return account. To record it in purchase return, they have recorded in sales book, that is in sales account. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಇದು ಸರಿಗಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಟು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ದಿಸ್ ಎರರ್, I should credit purchase return and I should debit sales account. Error will be rectified. So sales account debit to purchase return account. Amount is 1000. Here you should write purchase return wrongly recorded in sales book, now rectified. So this is the third entry. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋ ಬದಲು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಶೋಸ್ credit balance. So I should credit purchase and if I debit sales, error will be rectified. So the rectified journal entry is sales account debit to purchase return account. Now let us see the next transaction. Salary paid rupees 2000 was debited to employee's personal account. Instead of debiting salary account, they have debited employee's personal account. So you know that salary, it is an expense for the business. Increase in expense should be debited. So salary account should be debited. This is correct. Instead of debiting salary account, they have debited employee's personal account. This is wrong. To rectify this journal entry, I should debit salary account and if I credit employee's personal account, error will be rectified. Fourth one is salary account debit to employee's personal account. Amount is 2000. Narration: salary paid wrongly debited to employee's personal account, now rectified. This is the rectified journal entry. Next one is rent paid to landlord rupees 2000 was debited to landlord's account. Here they are paying rent. Rent paid means there is an increase in expense. If expenses are increased means it should be debited. So rent account should be debited. Debit, this is credit, this is right. Instead of debiting rent account, they have debited landlord's account. This is wrong. This is right. So now to rectify this error, if I debit rent account and if I credit landlord account, error will be rectified. So the rectified journal entry would be rent account debit to landlord's account. The amount is 2000. Rent paid to landlord wrongly debited to landlord's account, now rectified. So this is the rectified journal entry. So this is the fifth transaction. Now let us do one more problem based on rectification of errors. Rectify the following errors assuming that a suspense account was opened. Credit sales to Mohan rupees 7,000 were posted to the credit office account. Second transaction, credit purchases from Rohan rupees 9,000 were posted to the debit office account as rupees 6,000. Third transaction, goods returned to Rakesh rupees 4,000 were posted to the credit office account. Fourth one, goods returned from Mahesh rupees 1,000 were posted to the debit of his account as rupees 2,000. Fifth one, cash sales rupees 2,000 were posted to the debit of sales account as 5,000. This is the problem. Here also they are assuming that a suspense account was opened. So now let us try to analyze each and every transaction. First one is credit sales to Mohan rupees 7,000 were posted to the credit office account. Illi yen error agide anta analyze ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Credit sales to Mohan. What is a journal entry? Mohan account debit to sales account. So in Mohan's account, sales should be debited. So this is correct. So what they have done, they have credited in his account. This is wrong. This is wrong. Here the amount is 7,000. But instead of debiting, they have credited 7,000. This is wrong. So now to rectify this error, again I should post the correct entry. That is Mohan's account debit to sales as 7,000. Now to rectify this, they are saying that there is a suspense account. So here what you should do is, you should balance this account. Here debit side is greater than credit side. So here comes 14,000. Here comes 14,000. So if I balance this account, I get by balance carried down as 7,000. Amount what you get as balance carried down, this amount is taken to trial balance. So ಇವಾಗ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಆ ಎರರ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇವಾಗ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ. Correct? Sales they have wrongly credited to Mohan's account. So ಯಾವ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲೇ ತಾನೇ ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಐ ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಸ್ Mohan's account debit to suspense account. See here I can't write it as Mohan's account debit to sales because sales we have wrongly entered. So the account which we have wrongly entered, in that place we have to write it as suspense account, because in this problem they are saying that they have opened a suspense account. So to rectify this error, now I should write the total amount of this ledger account. I should not write 7,000. Here I should write the total of this account. It is 14,000. Here I should write credit sales to Mohan posted to credit of his account is now rectified. $14,000. See, in this problem, Mohan's account alli ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ to sales ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು by sales ಅಂತ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. This is wrong. So to rectify this again I have posted to sales 7,000. Now I have to balance this account. Debit side is greater than credit side. So the balance carried down amount is 7,000. So 7,000. So this should be correct. They have posted to Mohan's account credit side wrongly. So sales now tappagi entry ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು to rectify this error now, instead of crediting sales, I should credit suspense account. Then the error will be rectified. Next one is credit purchases from Rohan rupees 9,000 were posted to debit of his account as 6,000. See, credit purchases from Rohan means purchases account debit to Rohan's account. So what I should post in Rohan's account? Rohan's account, instead of posting by purchases 9,000, they have posted it as 6,000. So this is wrong. This is right. So now to rectify this error, again I should post it on the credit side. I should again write it as by purchases 6,000. I should not write it as 9,000. See, now what I should do is, here I should balance this account. Debit, credit. ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಇವಾಗ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನೇ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6,000 9,000 ಬದಲು ಅವರು 6,000 ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಬೈ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು ಐ ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ದಿಸ್ ಎರರ್. ಯಾಕೆ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೋಟಲ್ ದಿಸ್ 9,000 plus 6,000 comes to 15,000. Here credit side is greater than debit side. So if I balance this, I get 9,000. Correct? So ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಈಗ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆವಾಗ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು 6,000 ಬರೆದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ 15,000ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6,000 ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ 9,000. ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ suspense account. So the journal entry, the rectified journal entry would be suspense account debit to Rohan's account. Amount is 15,000. I should write the amount of the total of the ledger account. While doing the problem, you don't have to show that account. Just to make you understand, I am showing this ledger account. You don't have to write the ledger account in the exam. To make you understand this, I am showing you the ledger account. Your job is only to write the correct rectified journal entry. Here you should write credit purchase from Rohan posted to debit of his account now rectified. So this is the correct journal entry, rectified journal entry. Here I can't debit purchases account because ನಾವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ನ ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೋಹನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Goods returned to Rakesh ₹4,000 were posted to credit of his account. See, goods returned to Rakesh means purchase return. So what is the journal entry? Rakesh's account debit to purchase return account. So here what is the error? Goods returned to Rakesh ₹4,000 were posted to credit of his account. So instead of debiting, they have credited. So this is Rakesh's account. Rakesh's account debit to purchase return account. So to purchase return would be 4,000. So this is correct. Instead of debiting, they have credited to his account as 4,000. This is wrong. So now to rectify this journal entry, again I should post the correct entry as 4,000. So now if I balance this account, here again I should get it by balance carried down 4,000. So this amount is, this is the correct amount. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರರ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ 4,000 ಬರೆದು ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 4,000. ಬಟ್ there is a suspense account. ಇವಾಗ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ನ ಅವರು ರಾಂಗ್ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಶೋಸ್ credit balance. So instead of writing purchase return account, here I should write it as suspense account. So the correct rectified journal entry would be Rakesh's account debit to suspense account. Amount I should double it, 8,000, 8,000. I should write the total. Goods returned to Rakesh, posted to credit of his account, now rectified. This is the third one. Fourth one is goods returned from Mahesh ₹1,000 were posted to debit of his account as 2,000. Goods returned from Mahesh means sales return. So what would be the journal entry? Sales return account debit to Mahesh's account. Instead of posting sales return to credit side of Mahesh's account, they have debited. This is the mistake, this is the error which they have done. So now let us try to rectify this error. Mahesh's account, the journal entry is sales return account debit to Mahesh's account. So in Mahesh's account, it would be by sales return. This would be correct one. But they have written it as, they have posted it as to sales return. Written it as 2,000. Instead of writing 1,000, they have entered it as 2,000. This is wrong and this is correct. So now to rectify this journal entry, again I have to post in on credit side, it is by sales return 2,000. I should write the wrong amount. To rectify this, to balance this, I should write the wrong amount. So now if I balance this, the total, here I should balance, to balance carried down, it comes to 1,000. 1,000 is the correct amount, right? So to balance this, I should write it here as 2,000. So if I balance this, I get it as 1,000. So 1,000 is ಸರಿಯಾದ ಅಮೌಂಟು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಬೈ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಎರರ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಗೆ, ಆದರೆ 2,000ನ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟು 1,000 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 1,000 ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. 1,000 ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ 1,000 ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ 2,000. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಏನು, ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದಿದ್ರು, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಶೋಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದಿ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. Amount is 3000, 3000. Goods returned by Mahesh posted to debit of his account, now rectified. So this is the correct journal entry. Ee transaction alli enagittu andre sales return account debit to Mahesh account is a journal entry. So while posting this into Mahesh account, instead of crediting sales return account, they have debited sales return account in Mahesh account. So to rectify this, here I have again credited in Mahesh account sales return. If I balance, I should get the correct amount. It is 1000. So here what mistake they have done? Sales return is the error. So instead of writing sales return, here I should write it as suspense account. So sales return ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು suspense account ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. So suspense account debit to Mahesh account is a rectified entry and the amount would be 3000. Now let us see the last transaction. Cash sales rupees 2000 were posted to debit of sales account. What is the journal entry? Cash account debit to sales. In sales account, they should write it as by cash 2000. This is the correct one, but instead of crediting, they have debited in sales account to cash and they have written it as 5000. This is wrong. This is right. So to rectify this journal entry, again I should post it on the credit side as by cash by writing the wrong amount. Why should I write the wrong amount? Because to balance this, so the total of credit side is greater than debit side. So if I balance this, I should get the correct amount. To balance carried down, I will get 2000 because this balance carried down will be drawn to trial balance. To rectify this error, the correct journal entry would be, here they have wrongly entered cash. So here I should not debit cash. Instead of debiting cash, I should debit suspense account, and if I credit sales account, error will be rectified. So here I should write suspense account debit to sales account, amount is 7000. Here I should write the total. Cash sales posted to sales account, now rectified. So this is the fifth one. In this problem, instead of crediting cash as 2000, they had debited 5000. So if 5000 tappu, idu correct. So ivaga na rectified madakke, again I should credit in sales account and I should write it as by cash, and the amount I should write it as 5000 just to balance. Now to rectify this, I should write it as 5000. So if I balance this, I will get the correct amount. It is 2000. So ee 2000 na navu ledger ge draw ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So avaga balance ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, trial balance. So this is the rectified journal entry. ಇವಾಗ ಅವರು ಬೈ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ನ ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so instead of writing cash, I should write it as suspense account, and if I debit suspense account and if I credit sales, error will be rectified, and the amount I should write as 7000. So this is the rectified journal entry. In this session, I have explained two problems based on rectification of errors with suspense account, and I hope you have understood today's session. Thank you.